Hi guys, Chidi Ben here once again. If you're the professionals, like you always know, coach, trainer, public speaker, management consultant, mentor, and all of that, I want to actually talk to you briefly this afternoon about making an effective workforce, whether to a worker, to workers, or to an owner of an organization that want to make or to have an effective workforce. You must know that the workforce, are the most important in any organization because they have what is called, or they should have what is called human resources. And human resources, deals with the competence, that you have to be able to drive the processes of an organization. And so, the number one thing that is needed among the five things I want to talk about is building the right skill set. Every industry is driven today by skill set. So, you need the right skill set to be able to fit into a particular kind of job. I'll give you just one example. If you want to work as a broadcaster, you need to have good communication skills. Good communication skills, yeah. And one of which is, your ability to influence or to impact your audience. So you must have good communication skills. Okay, good communication skills, very important. And then number two is consistency. You may have good skills, but you must be consistent. Consistency is simply a display of honesty and integrity. Consistency in doing your work rightly is simply a display of honesty and integrity. If you're not consistent on your job, not minding how much skills you have, then you're going to be doing, great harm to your organization and to yourself as well. Why? Because when you are consistent, you build more competence, or you grow higher competence, and you're able also to help your organization in the outputs of the organization. So number two is consistency, display of honesty and integrity. And number three is diligence. Diligence is doing what you ought to do. Doing what you ought to do and doing it well. You are consistent, but you have to be doing whatever you're doing rightly. That is called diligence. Diligence is simply discipline. So learn how to be disciplined to the core to drive the process of your work. And the fourth one is accountability. The job was actually given to you or authorized by your superior or by management. And so you were expected to be accountable in order to show how responsible you had been. So accountability requires that you're able to give a report on your job as it is expected. Never you get angry or get displeased in being accountable, because everything about an organization requires accountability. And one of the ways to achieve accountability is simply learning how to document your work, learning how to document the process and the outcome of your work. Always learn how to document what you're doing in the organization. What does that mean? If there is a document provided, of course we should be, because every work process should have a document because it's a formal process. So you should be willing to fill the necessary spaces provided, be able to give the necessary account, accountability to your organization. And then number five is adjust to correction. Adjust to correction. You must be willing to be corrected. Adjust to review. The way the job is done must not remain the way it has always been. Why? Because there's what is called review. Every work processes must be reviewed over time. There's what is called performance measurement. So you must be ready to adjust to correction so that the organization can go forward. Remember, it is in the place of management to adjust processes of work. It's in the place of management to improve the course of work. So when management comes to review, it's your duty to adjust to it. However, there could be what is called participation of workers in decision making. So if such room is granted just as we expect that it should be granted, then you make a reasonable contribution for necessary adjustment and improvement so that the organization will be able to achieve, its goals, be able to achieve its aims. So these five, keys that I've given to you is actually very vital to being able to make an effective workforce in any organization. My name is Chidiben, management consultant, career and business coach, trainer, speaker, ECRD professionals, that is effective consult and resources development. You can follow me on www.facebook.com/ECRD professionals, or you can call me on 080-3877-2798. I like to talk about industry, and that's always what I like to talk about on this particular platform. Don't forget, this month, as the advert will be coming up soon, I'll be having a career conference, in my, office in Port Harcourt, 148 The Bar Road. Though the advert will be coming up soon, where you can, interested persons can indicate their interest. Though it's going to be just for 20 to 22 persons. It's actually a free, totally free program. It's just an initiative that is born not, quite long, even though being into career matters and all of that. But this is a specific initiative that I think, we could use to help career people, business people, people who want to go into business from their area of profession, or people who want to switch career, people want to switch business, people want to understand what labor market is